Hi there everybody, this is Mr. Nada, trying to take you through another one of my builds. This one is called the White Manor, but on the server I built it on, this is the info center. This is where the library and everybody would go to learn the rules and everything else of the server. So basically, show you out here, little gazebo, nice little area out there. Hi Mr. Enderman. And if you couldn't tell, those things, sorry, are automatic lamps. Every time there's no sunlight, they will automatically turn on. Which I didn't use too many of them because you can see that they're not all over the place. This is basically just the outside of the building. There are tons and tons of room. I didn't actually make any rooms though. Bridge to an old build that I had over there. And basically another thing where they just wanted me to go nuts in an area and fill it out. And I built this. This took me about 3 weeks, off and on, when I could. And here's a nice little hedge maze, which I'm going to cheat, just so I can show you what it looks like. Give you something to bide your time. At the exit of the maze, there is an underground passage that goes into the manor itself, which doesn't exist anymore from the schematic because I didn't go far enough down, but it's there. And there's a cake at the end of the hedge maze, and it's made to where you can't see where the end of it is from the top. So most of the time, it's not very hard, but it's enough to keep people busy. This is one of my most favorite builds because of just the amount of detail that I tried to put in here to make this as eye-catching as possible. I think it looks pretty freaking cool, but that's just me. I'm going to show you on the ground floor. And yes, I love me some checker patterns. That's just about everything that I build. I mean, I should do some color variation, but black and white always just seem really cool, and it gives it a neat little, I don't know, feeling by everything looking the same here. Ladders leading up. These are basically just watchtowers that are on the outside of it. It's just there. I didn't really, envision this thing being lived in or anything. It's just mainly I tried to make it just for the hell of it, and came out really good. At least I think so. So let's go ahead and go up to the second floor. Really sorry about the lag. My computer is on its last legs. I very much like to give you a nice smooth tour into my stuff. Oh, we're not going to go on the floor yet. Alright, this is the second floor. Once again, just more areas that are around there. Give you a little, I think that has a sky garden. Well, technically not a sky garden, but there's a garden on the top floor. And this is the waterfall areas that go down there. And as always, there's more rooms that lead up to the watchtowers that are on the outer edge. Eventually, when they were done with it, they had all these tons and tons of signs, and they had a nice little mod that would let you write books and keep them on a bookshelf. And we were going to start filling them up with things, but we never got around to it. And it's still a neat little concept though. Try the third floor. Third floor is more of the same. More of the column of water, the different areas and room areas around here. We'll go ahead and go up to the fourth floor. This, I think, is my favorite. This is my library that I built. It's supposed to be a monster's head with lava in its thing. It's called the Fire Fiend Library, and that's when I made it. I'll show you up here real quick before we go into the library. This is the top of the columns. You can see where all the water comes from. Had a nice little, I guess you would call it a terrace? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with it. But a nice little viewing area on top that you can look around. You see my other builds in the distance. I'll be getting to them very shortly. Nice little area to wander around in. Little garden over there, mainly just flowers. And different areas that you can basically just get lost in. Okay, let's go into the library. tried to make it fun and interesting for everybody. It says the library lounge up here. These are supposed to be chairs and tables with little signs that say stuff. Advertising sign. Creeper cakes, they're yummy and explosive. If you find these signs unhelpful, then why are you reading them? Stuff like that. Silly stuff. Over here is a treasure chest with a jukebox that plays everything. So technically the music section of the library. Then there's a second floor to the library, which contains all of the shelves of books. Yeah, they were very happy with this. They've used this incarnation of my Manor, the info center, in multiple builds, multiple different versions of the server, really. But they just tried to include it as much as possible because they really liked the way that it came out. I really liked it. It took a little while, but it is very, very fun, and I really enjoyed doing it. Just a nice little aerial view for you. But yeah, that's the White Manor, or also known as the Info Center. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. Hey, get out of my house! Slimes are not allowed in my house. I will leave the links below to where you can download the schematics for free. Check out my other builds while you're there, and as always, if you like, go ahead and leave a comment or subscribe. And thanks again.